Hello, hello. It's PirateWeasel back at it again on the first time Black Reliquary run. Let's just hop straight into it here. I see some enemies in the ships here. In the upper part of the ship, you got the Cactonid, the Vartas thing,
isn't it? With a
and
wandering, you'll hardly notice.
like one of those maggots. I just noticed that. So this week, it's going to be one of the medium quests again. I'm thinking the Swift Cloak, I guess. I'm not really excited about any of the other trinkets here. It's effectively 4 speed, minus 4 dodge if you're comparing it to the base game, which seems pretty good. And then the stun chance, minus 10% damage on hit, debuff, dodge, and prot while stunned. It is an interesting trinket. The debuffs while stunned is a bit too conditional though, because let's say Crusader goes last, right? Stuns the enemy as the last action of your turn, and then on the start of the next round, you will only be able to utilize these debuffs until the enemy takes its turn and is no longer stunned. I mean, it doesn't seem terrible either, but I'd rather go for the more consistent speed. Should always be good. Let's continue leveling up people to 3 so we can start taking on some of these bosses. We almost have a full level 3 team ready here. I would like to go for the Houndmaster again. If we're taking a Mark team to the boss, that seems like it'd be decent. Soft is kind of annoying. Okay, in terms of stress, I do want to get the Musketeer fully stressed heal. Let's go and take a Plague Doctor this time, actually. One more source of healing. Why don't we play with the rank 2 Vestal for once? See how we like that. I suppose I should take a look at the Fairy first, though. Oh yeah, I remember these guys. Nothing good overall. Pretty bad overall, I'd say. As far as quirks goes, so... I do like the change to stress faster here. Minus food consumed while stress is above 50. It's a bit more rewarding for careful play. In the past it used to be for minus food consumed if stress... Oh no, never mind. It's the same thing. Same exact quirk. Bad healer misses the spot. I mean, this guy is just complete ass, so I guess we'll kick him for maybe the leper, I'd say.
I see this one could not earn their keep.
At least prot is semi-useful on him. Improve string gets the 6. Yeah, I probably will go for that by the end of this weekend hamlet. Let me take a look at the other stuff first, though. As far as stress healing goes, I would like to get that done. Let's see. Make the most sense to put this on Musketeer, because she's the most stressed. Increase slots to 2. And the galley, again, this is the Matak resource. Let me just make sure no other regions or buildings require the Mataks. If it's only the ferry and the tavern, then I might be inclined to actually make a few more upgrades to the tavern. It really does seem only these two locations use that resource. Yeah, maybe I'll upgrade it. So, if it's anything like the base game, I do prefer the gambling hall for the most part because it doesn't give you bad debuffs for the most part. Of course, like any region, I'm assuming you can lose gold and trinkets, obviously. Let's take a look at their quirks first. Skilled gambler, so she can go in the gambling hall. Yeah. So we'll do this and this. And something like this. I know that the fighting pit can give you an increased damage taken debuff, if I recall. Okay, and last week we did lose 9 more tech, which is insane, because that's like a third of it. We were losing so much tech in the galley here, so I don't know. I don't really care about reducing these costs, really. Just gonna leave this for now. And I do want to get Coward off, so let's do that this week. Been meaning to do that for a while. We know now that we can't actually lock in good quirks. In fact, let me bring up the tooltip. Interesting. Positive quirks are locked in by default, okay? So that answers that question. Glad I took another look at that, I guess. I would be down to reduce treatment costs. Let me see what else uses these jewelries, though. The forge, okay. I don't want to keep it with the forge, honestly, so I'm going to leave the treatment cost alone for now. Or actually, yeah, one more upgrade here couldn't hurt. Okay, do we want to refine some tech here, or trade for lost tech? I think so. It's going to depend on who we want to take out this week. If we're going to try Bonk Vestal in rank 2, then let's see. What's this loadout going to look like? Buff other heroes on hit seems pretty good. This is doing some damage. Seems like Judgment is still the best thing to do in the prep round, though. I don't want to lose access to Dazzling Light. First, Unholy and Expiate. So she does have self-synergy with Expiate. Let's try to evaluate this skill. Damage mod minus 65, plus against Unholy, which you can see some Unholy in the Catacombs, of course. Buff other heroes on hit. If I hit this skill, I buff the damage and accuracy of my other characters. And then I'm buffing myself for 12 damage, 5 accuracy. If anything, I'd take off Mace Bash and just try this loadout. And if we are going for X-Bait synergy, then it would make sense to take Crusader as well. In which case, Houndmaster is not so important here, because we do have a good amount of stress heal then. But I would like to have access to Houndmaster for a boss, potentially next week even. So let's see how this works out. And if this is the case, then Lost Tech, she has 15 stress. I guess we might as well put her here. Oh, she's Gambler only. I remember now. Treasury Tactician. I guess we have enough Mark synergy even without Houndmaster. Why do they put you here? Increases stress recovery. The Refined Amber is like actually somewhat of a limited resource, it seems. Even putting people in the Amber Den takes Amber. Oh no, wait, this is the Unrefined Amber. Increased stress recovery for 5 seems like nothing. There's absolutely no way I would do that, right? There's no world where I would do that. Trade Refined Amber for Lost Tech, okay. I have been told that Lost Tech is an important resource, so what the heck. So then I have to think about another rank 3 option here. Could be a Highwayman or Abomination, Jester. Yeah, I have plenty of options, so let's do this. Which means, yeah, let's upgrade this, I guess. Let's see. I believe that the Vartan's enemies in the Catacombs should not be very blight resistant. Does he have any kind of synergies at all? Minus blight amount applied, okay. And Jester. We already have a lot of stress healing. I need some damage, I think. Cacnoid Skirmisher. Ritualist. Ritualist is pretty bad for this team. It appears Abomination is about the same as he ever was. Just the stun bot. Beastbile is marginally better, to be honest. I would prefer to play him in rank 2 though, because he really doesn't have access to his transformed abilities if I need them. Samson, hello, hello. Welcome back, my friend. Necromania. I really don't like Necromania. Accuracy while bleeding is a strange one. Let's take another look at the fairy here. I mean, I'm sure this guy is pretty decent. I just don't want to play with any hero that has Coward. It just seems like one of the worst quirks ever. Tricky Glory. This is actually the classic lineup now that I'm looking at it. But I would rather play Highwayman in the back here. Ritualist is giving buffs on himself and Vestal only. Let's take a look at Good Jester. Dirk Stab, Prelude, Prep Round, debuffs, Bleed Resist. Okay, he really benefits from more Bleed synergy on the team. Really, it's between Grave Robber and Highwayman for this comp. I'm not a big fan of Necromania here. She does give extra... You know what, I guess she does get extra synergy here. Because most of everything is corpses. I think. At least there are more corpses than you would otherwise have. Shadow Fade does still seem like the best thing to use round 1. Unless I reconsider flashing Dagger here. No, we don't have much Bleed synergy. We do have Blight synergy though, actually. But it only hits one thing now, then I'm seeing it. It does apply a mark, which combos into herself, I suppose. So if we were to put her in the back here, seems like it could be decent. Yeah, you know what, I guess we have some Blight synergy. Let's think about giving this a try. So the main damage dealer is going to be her here. We'll give her the axe, and then the Lucky Talisman now we're taking... I guess we could play with this a little bit. Range attacks, +5 crit. This actually is synergistic with the axe. We don't have any form of guard to try to prevent her from getting hit, but... You know, at worst she loses the buffs. It's not terrible. Plague Doctor. Let's get some speed and accuracy up in here. That's very high speed already. Does she need, like, that much more speed? Yeah. Crusader does not care about... Well, who doesn't care about the crits the most? Probably Vestal. We also have the Chalice now. I'd love to play with that a little bit. But then we have... the Profane Scroll. Flat damage and crit, though. For the Talisman to get to the... Like, you'd have to get a... Well, prep round is pretty much guaranteed to land the thing, so you're pretty much getting 5% crit off the bat. And then lunge is a melee skill. I have a feeling like the Profane Scroll is just strictly better for the most part, but I do want to play with the Talisman a little bit. We'll see. Some ranged accuracy here, I guess. In which case, does she really need the... Actually, trinket here? I don't think so. Would like some stun chance here, though, for sure. And the question is, do I really ever need that much speed? Doesn't seem like it. Dakroth, how confident are we feeling? I'm feeling pretty dang confident, if I have to say so myself. Like, it was of a kind of a roughish start for some of the early-ish weeks, like weeks 2 to 4. But things have been going steadily better and better. I've only retreated one mission when I accidentally went into a veteran mission with apprentice enemies. And I've hit one death's door check when I kind of had a knowledge check against one of the enemies. I didn't know that the support unit could crit me from full HP to 0, so I did have like one death's door check so far. But honestly, it doesn't seem that bad. Things are getting easier and easier as I get more knowledge and upgrades. I'd really have to see how the bosses go. And I guess there's a lot of, you know, variance as far as how difficult the bosses could be, depending on their mechanics, but I can always retreat. This is not a challenge where there's a time limit, so that puts a lot of the pressure off for me, honestly. Yeah, but we'll see. Feeling pretty good about things so far, though, anyway. So we have Scouting, Stun Chance and Speed, Stun Amulets, got the Gloves versus just flat accuracy. The minus 10% damage is kind of a penalty though. Crusader does hit decently hard, but the Profane Scroll gives him increased chances to receive crits because he is religious. How about just flat damage and crit? Not really feeling it without accuracy though. Nah, let's stick this on him. But does Plague Doctor need increased speed and accuracy? I don't think she needs more accuracy. I don't think she needs like the equivalent of 1 speed either. I'm not sure what else she could really utilize though. Dodge and accuracy? Nah. Survival guide even? Nah. Not that worried about scouting at this point anymore. Not as much as it would be in the base game. Not really concerned about Moon Crown. I have Crusader. Everyone's already at low stress. I think this should just be good enough. Let's take a look at the upgrades. I'm not going to worry about these cost reductions for now. Trading Hall is the marks. I think I need a lot of marks, to be honest. What else uses marks besides the Trading Hall? I think there was one more. Wasn't there? No, guess not. Literally, marks are only for the training hall? Well, still pretty important. Plus the districts, I guess, which I'm not worried about right now. Okay, no decisions to be made here. Can't afford anything. Amber Blight synergy. Ignores prep round, yada yada. So Plague Grenade doesn't do anything in the prep round. What am I doing in the prep round? We have the option of Blinding Gas for minus accuracy and dodge. Otherwise, Amber Blast is Shuffle, which is actually pretty good against some of the Catacombs enemies. Amber Blight and Clear Corpses, okay. Amber Blast is an option to apply some damage in the prep round, but then I lose access to... Like, I'm pretty much always doing Nauseous Blast, Plague Grenade, Blinding Gas. I could take off Battlefield Medicine. Yeah, you know what, I'll just get both of these. Okay, so this time, Unshakable Leader actually gives us Prot on top of the Stress Heal, which I don't really care about. We already have access to Nighttime Ambush Prevention. I do feel like I would like the option of Bless. And Sanctuary, to be honest. Leeches no longer cures disease, just notice that. The cure still does. Pilfer, produce a shovel, produces a random supply item. Wow, actually, this is very efficient, because we have Find Supplies, which is also cheaper than... Hold on. What? Something's off here, I feel like. Okay, so Find Supplies is pretty much 2 costs for everybody. But then we have Pilfer, which is 1 cost. Produces a random supply item and a shovel. Self only produces a shovel, produces a random supply. Okay, so they're just like half the cost and strictly better than Find Supplies. Yeah, I'm feeling like that. Okay. Am I really giving up Shadow Fade for Flashing Daggers, though? Is a question. Let's keep it on for now and see what we feel. Maybe we get rid of Pick to the Face, so we're not taking Amber Blight synergy this time. Because in rank 2, she can still use Dagger. Shadow Phase is good if we get shuffled pretty much only. Maybe I swap it depending on whether I get a scout or not. Okay, this all seems fine. I think we're pretty much done in the airship now, so again, let's decide on the Paralyzer's Crest versus Swift Cloak. Just speed with nothing else in this game is kind of questionable. I think speed gets a lot worse when you have the prep round, to be honest, just because in the prep round, it doesn't like really matter if you go first or not most of the time. It's not like you're going to be able to stun anyone in the prep round. You can't like gank a stress caster with your first move or anything. I'm going to value speed a little bit less. A lot less, to be honest. Paralyzer's Crest does seem a little bit fun to play with. I think I actually will go for this one. Although Blade of the Second Crusade seems pretty good too, but I've already committed to taking this team. We're just going to be better in the Catacombs. Yeah, let's go for this. Let's see how it turns out. Dagroth, Overcon's the Slow Insidious Killer. Yep, right about that. Started the first base game run of Darkest Dungeon. Wow, first time ever? I've started my first base game run. Quite enjoying it, even with the challenge addendum. What challenge are you doing, Dagroth? I'm curious. Are you doing a challenge run for your first ever playthrough of the base game? If so, all the power to you. What's the Darkest Wedding challenge? Sounds interesting. Let's take some laudanums this time. It seems that these should still work the same as they did in the base game. I know that I tried to use laudanum on someone with horror after a battle, like I got this as a quest reward and it didn't do anything. I'm not sure if it was a bug or something else going on, but I will give it another go. Okay, pretty low on gold again though. Maybe only take 2 laudanums in that case. They're pretty cheap, but whatever. I feel like the alum sensors aren't that great. Again, this is the equivalent of like the holy water in the base game. Maybe I'll just stick with 2. Archaeology kits should always make up for their cost for the most part. Holding oil. Let's get rid of 1. Let's get rid of a shovel too, for that matter. And the antivenoms. So we have Plague Doctor. We should only use the antivenoms for like curios or. But yeah, let's give it a go. Hand of Lights. You know what? If I'm always using judgments on the prep round, then Hand of Light just seems like it's a little bit too slow for most battles. Like, after the prep run, I'm going to want to swap between, like, stunning and healing for the most part. I do kind of want to see how it goes, though. It does give her a buff right off the bat, but the XP8 synergy, yeah. Actually, Mace Bass has XP8 synergy. Let me start with this. I'll see how I feel. And I do have Snuff Box. Okay, let's remember I do have Snuff Box. You know what, let me just equip Snuff Box now, in case I do get diseased and I forget to equip it. But yeah, let's go. Actually, I feel like one more shovel. What the heck. Starting a new run dubbed Married with Casualties, people pick 2 heroes that must go in together. If one dies, the other can go in if it remarries another widow. What 2 would you select and what would you name them? So, very interesting. Pick 2 heroes. I'm assuming that you're not considering gender when it comes to marriages. So if you want to pick people that are married to each other, then you would pick two characters with a lot of synergy, right? You know, like something like Plague Doctor and Flagellant, for example. Some people did, others did not. Okay. You can only go in if remarriage. So each time you're going out, you're taking two married couples, it sounds like. And yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't seem that restricted to me.
Establish an outpost here. Are we simply going to let them?
A lot of times you're taking like pairs anyway, for the most part. Especially the way I see other people play the Torchless, Deathless, ball boss kind of challenges. If you're not doing Deathless, then it's not like terrible either. Yeah, I think it could be a fun little flavorful challenge. Ah, see, this is why we're bringing the extra shovel. I love to use it right off the bat, clear that slot from inventory. So let's think about whether I would have preferred Blinding Gas or Amber Blight here. Amber Blight does get the Levantine Sniper out of position if we stumble them. And we do know that, yeah, Blinding Gas goes on cooldown for 2 turns, which is something that Amber Blast does not have to deal with, so that's worth considering too. Let's get XP8 synergy on this guy, because he's the only one we can target with our XP8 characters. And we can put a mark on this one back here. I think I've seen this guy crit me for all my HP, so let's do that. Quiver draw. Okay, so I do see now that once he uses his prep run ability, his skill set does change. So now he has the focus impact ability. I think I missed that previously, because I would look at him after he already used the impact skill, but yeah.
Where danger lurks, so too.
Okay. Okay, he's not marked, so it wasn't that bad. We get some mark synergy here, combined with the Plague Doctor. It's still not enough, actually. Rattling Horn does it do stress to religious, or have a chance of doing stress to some of my characters? Not sure. But yeah, their blight resistance is pretty low. Oh shoot, okay. I forgot about the speed issue here. So she is going to struggle to activate Haste Chalice when everyone else has a lot more speed. So this is a reason I would actually go for the Swift Cloak. But yeah, definitely made an oopsie on my part there. It's okay.
Use your senses when your vision fails you.
And I lose access to clearing horror as well because I don't have Divine Grace. I guess that's okay. I can go for a stun, which is going to be pretty consistent at 135 chance. Go for extra XP8 synergy. Let's stun for now and then go for smite next turn. Okay, this kills. XP8 damage here. It's like whatever. That one's dead in 2 turns. This guy's not going to be XP8'd forever, so let's get our hit down now, and then start stress healing next turn. Oh, you know what? I meant to lunge there, but it was on the wrong hotkey. Okay, that's unfortunate. 8 turns, okay, so this is a good opportunity to use the Laudanum. Okay, great, it still works as it was supposed to, so we do have confirmation that that's how that works now. So next turn I'll probably bring like a full stack of Laudanum even, potentially. I'm imagining that we should be able to lunge kill this with the mark here. Okay, perfect. Now this thing can give us gold. We tried salts already. I will try the sensor actually, because I don't have much use for them. Okay, nope. Did not get the scout. Okay, let's go for the sarcophagus now, I guess.
Our cause is righteous.
Matox again are for, what you call it, the fairy. Let's forget those for now. I think I want to go for one more battle before camping. Then we get some camping, scout buffs up, etc. Despotini. First time chatter, welcome, welcome. Yes, I am playing Black Reliquary. Zealot's accusation is good. Yeah, I saw that it reduces prot, so yeah, you're right, could be pretty good here. Seems that for the most part I get like a size 2 enemy very frequently, right? So it loses a lot of value. Been quite happy with ZA. Hit chance is a bit iffy. Zealot's accusation, okay. The passive and debuff you put on the enemy is so insanely good. It would be really good if I could utilize it on 2 enemies with prot in the second round. I will pay attention to see how often that's coming up. I know it comes up with the skeleton enemies a lot, but you can't use it in the prep round, which is like a big issue to me. But by the time it's round 2, you kind of want to stun all the times, but Zealot's accusation can be pretty decent, I can see. I do have XP8 synergy though with Holy Smite. We'll pay attention. We'll see if there are situations where I would have preferred it. Oh, that's a lot of stress. Very thankful for the scout though. There is a battle here, okay, so let's try to keep Plague Doctor stress to a minimum, and then, you know what, I'm gonna throw out Shadow Fade when I know it's scouted. Okay, so also Shovel Bash, okay, no. I could swap their positions actually, if I want access to like Shovel Bash or Pick to the Face. Because Shovel Bash can actually stun, maybe I want that over Pick to the Face, but Pick to the Face is mostly for the armor piercing. We'll see. Okay, this is a situation where I could obviously see use with Zealot's accusation here. Oh, and also XP is the target, okay. I did not actually realize that, so it's good to know. Okay, so Flashing Daggers is pretty much useless against these guys with insane resist here. So I kind of do wish I had taken... Well, Shadow Fade wouldn't have done anything here either. The only thing I can really do is the mark down on one of these guys. And even Blinding Gas does nothing here. Yeah, big bummer. But it's not like any of our other skills would have done anything here anyway. I guess Amber Blight could have. I think I will swap off Battlefield Medicine for Amber Blight Blast. I could have some use here. But Noxious Blast is not terrible either. Wow, okay. Even with City Bracer and Charm of Proximity, we actually missed that there. That's a real shame, honestly. There are no stress casters on this team, actually, so it's one of those rare instances. So I'm not so worried about her afflicting here. Unless we get crit for a lot. Okay, these two guys are popping off now. Now I would like to get a markdown on the back lines here. Or is it more efficient just to throw a dagger? Probably just throw a dagger, honestly. We can stun now, but I would like to actually... Okay. They can pull us out of position, but I don't have any other reach on these guys. This is a situation where I'd rather Blinding Gas first. In fact, I should have popped the Honing Oil, but I kind of forgot about that as an item, so I'll pop that next turn. This is a long enough fight where that should be applicable. The stun resist on these guys is kind of insane, actually. So let's Try to go for a stun on one of these two, I'd say. Yeah, would have been super nice to have Shadow Fate here. It's okay. I do actually need to get her back in position to start throwing more daggers, though. Okay, this time we can XP here, I suppose. That'll give us comparable healing to Divine Comfort, honestly. Or we can go for a stun as well. I like the XP down on this one. Let's go for a stun this time. We have a... Actually, let's calculate this. It's only a 30% chance to stun either of them. I don't think that's actually worth it. Their speed is rather low. And I actually missed that blight here, unfortunately. Let's do the honing oil this time. That takes our damage up to 10 to 22, so on average we might be dealing something like 15 damage on the lower end. 15 damage, yeah, it's a bit too risky to kill this thing. Let's go for the guaranteed kill here. Okay. Okay. Now let's go for... Oh, you know what? Yeah, it's kind of a real bummer when you have two of these guys, huh? So, I don't know what this guy does. It says he does necrotic hack. I guess I must have seen him before. We have 35 HP, 30 HP. Who should I stun here? I'm thinking... Well, why don't we go for a kill on this one? It is unholy. I think I actually do want to go for a kill, because I should be able to kill this with Plague Dog before it has a chance to revive. Okay, good. And then let's put the Blight down, because he already has stun resist. I did land the Blight here. Oh, a little bit of lag. Let's go for a stun here, and then stress heal Crusader. I know this should kill. Okay. Let's get some stress healing in here.
Drawn out and merciless.
Okay, it's fine. One more round of stress healing.
Slow.
Good. Good quick stress heals. Have a 30% chance to stun. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Despacini says put the passive on debuff, so then we instantly good. XP is really hard. Good and hits the 3rd rank. Wait. Oh, I see. So it's... Okay, I didn't quite notice that this only hits one character, which kind of makes it a little bit worse, in my opinion. I feel like I'd rather have this hit the first 2 ranks, which are usually the ones with the most protection, than just hitting 1 rank, which includes rank 3. Deals a lot of damage to the robots, yes, I can see that. The damage mod is minus 50, it XP's the target and lowers the debuff, okay. Yeah. Like, I feel like I would rather lose Bulwark for that, right? But the thing is, like, that just leaves me with Inspiring Cry on turn 1 for the most part. I will actually play around with it, though. And we said we wanted to try Amber Blast on Plague Doctor. And then for Grave Robber, if I have Lunge, then I'd rather put her in rank 3 because, I mean rank 4. She doesn't jump to rank 1. This is a good time to camp though. So let's go ahead and do that. We have Scouting.
need your strength come daybreak.
Jade went up to 200 to 400 from 250. Or sorry, that's citrines. Then Jade went up from 350 to 2. Okay, so it's kind of like they just added 200 value to everything. Emerald, they added 250 value. I still think citrines are probably going to be the worst, so I'll leave those for now. And Matox are like the heirloom I need the least so far. So Bless is increased damage and accuracy if religious. So I guess it would make sense on Crusader. Then we have Cure my own stress and add accuracy. I mean, she has so much accuracy, it's kind of really unlucky she missed that one Nauseous Blast. Definitely want Night moves. And then Scouting as well. And then we have Pilfer. Okay. Don't really need that. And then we can do either Pray or Bless. Pray hits 2 religious, I believe. We have one here and one here. I think it does make sense. 10 stress on all companions, and then 15% prot on these two. Otherwise, we have 10 accuracy and 15% damage on Crusader. Which he does have a fair bit of accuracy. He does not get the accuracy on Zealous Accusation, though. Let's go for this.
The darkness will not impede us. We are.
Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna make backtracking over here. I think I'll just grab this now. Okay, fair enough. Don't really care. Don't have much room for this. Okay. It is an opportunity to try Zealous Accusation. What is this debuff? Stress received, don't care. Because these things put blocks on, yeah, I kind of want to break the block with the Plague Grenade here. No, wait. We have to do the ignore prep run thing. So yeah, this is a perfect opportunity to use Amber Blast because it breaks the block and then also does something on top of that while ignoring prep run's accuracy. So that's very good for us, even though it did not Amber Blight him. Where is the Amber Blight resist, actually? Amber Blight target? Wait. It just says Amber Blight target without any kind of... Oh, okay, it's guaranteed. Never mind. It's guaranteed, okay. Yep, I see that now. Thank you, Despacini. I actually do want to kill the Stress casters pretty quickly as well. Stress is more of an issue on this team, for this team, than straight damage. I do have to just use Stress Heal turn 1. So I could utilize the increased mark damage to just gank this thing here, and actually that seems pretty decent. Oh, just barely. Look at that. Except, does he, triggers on action, wait, when does Amber Blade actually proc damage? Does it damage him? It should, right? Does Amber Blight give him damage on his turn? Expiate this damage, not Amber Blight? Okay, kinda lame. The stun resist is highish on this one. Of course, I would like to get the... go for a blinding ass here. Or just go for a kill here. This one's not expiated. Speed at 12. Yeah, I should go for the guaranteed kill, I feel like. Because otherwise he might put blocks up that be a lot more annoying.
Destroy.
Okay, speed of 16. It would be really nice to stun this one. Okay, I guess it's worth it. The mark here is not worth it. Ouch, okay. I can't reach this one here. Gonna have to rely on Plague Doctor next turn. The Amber Blight thing does actually clear corpses, okay. So here we have access to, well, I guess this should kill. Why is it so strong? 8 to 14? How's that possible? It does minus 50 base? Oh, I guess Crusader's just a monster of a damage dealer. Okay, not bad actually. So from the first two ranks, this guy can only use Suffocate. I think that's worth going for. Oh. Oh, you gotta stop critting. I really don't want to kill him just yet, but I might get some stall penalties here. And get at least one more Divine Comfort in.
We must care for one another.
One of these. Okay, no stall penalties, okay. Okay. There's certain cases for Amber Blight, but generally XP is better. Yeah, I could see that. Okay, should be okay. Let's eat some food though. Because Crusader is looking a bit lowish here, I may want to swap positions to get some big heals in. In which case I just lunge and then enable myself to use Divine Grace, in which case I would actually take Shadow Fade here. And then instead of Mace Bash, we can take Divine Grace. We're not really using Mace Bash much anyway. And then maybe we can spare. I guess we just eat 4 food, to be honest. Crusader's disgusting against the robots. I can see that it's actually very useful to do like a significant hit of damage to a rank 3 Stresscaster. We'll keep playing with it. Okay, it's gonna be a scout. Okay, it's a half decent scout. Could be better, but can't complain. Okay, we got the robots again. Okay, so now Amber Blight target. So we can actually Amber Blight this guy over here. We do have increased damage versus Amber Blight, so no, against Blighted. Never mind. What would we want to go for here then? Blinding Gas is just kind of wasted on this guy. Shuffle. Can't shuffle him, could only Amber Blight him pretty much. I kind of want to know more what Amber Blight does, kind of forgot. Let's see, so it's between Amber Blight something. I guess I could do want to kind of shuffle this thing. Even though it seems that Suffocate isn't that terrible either. It did crit me for 10, it can blight diseases. Maybe it's not that accurate though, because on round 1 he's probably going to be going for Immortal Machines for the most part, so I think shuffling this guy is actually pretty good. Yeah, it didn't matter. He was not shuffled to the correct position, but it was worth trying. again. We have abysmal accuracy here. Let's make use of our honing oil. Actually, I'm not sure why I didn't just jump ahead there. Or use lunge. In my head, I was thinking I can't use lunge because this guy's in position 4, but I didn't account for the fact that I swapped these two guys' positions, so I should have just lunged there. But it's alright. I don't really want to try to go for a stun on this. Just get some damage done.
Devastation.
I can't actually target with this. Okay, this is another argument for Zel's accusation. Being able to target something in rank 3 is actually nothing to sneeze at. So, may have to reassess my judgment there. Speed of 0. There's a kind of a tie of whether Crusader will go first or not, but if I do expiate here, it takes the damage at the end of the turn, I think, so... But I can do 2 to 4 damage here. Yeah. Well, I don't think the pull is that devastating, actually. This one is stun resist. How about I just expiate here? Stun, you say? Yeah. The stun chance is 50% here. I'm not a big fan of a 50% stun chance, honestly. And let's see, okay, we know what that does. Crafter's Awakening. The only thing you can use right now is Necrotic Palm, which, do I really care? I only really care if Plague Doctor gets moved. I guess it will go for Plague Doctor for the most part, and it would suck if Plague Doctor gets moved. Yeah, I guess I'll go for it. Then now we can just go, try to go for a... Yeah, it's pretty likely to kill here.
What a death stroke.
Okay, not bad. And now we can put Vessel in position to start healing up Crusader a bit more. I don't really see a point to Amber Blighting here. Okay. It's fine that we're spreading out the damage at least. I'm confident we can just kill it before it takes a turn next turn. Do that. Some of that. Okay. Not bad. Would you consider tactical advanced spoilers, like saying which one I would target? I mean, I already know, yeah, the killing the Blitzcrank guy for the time being. You can feel free to give your opinion. It's not really a spoiler at this point because I already know what these guys do. Just don't spoil things I haven't run into, like new enemies, new curios and all that, bosses, region mechanics. If you want to give your opinions on targeting, then I don't really mind. Having another stun amulet here is actually pretty nice, because we can actually swap off the haste chalice I equipped by mistake. And then the Flagellant's Hood, we're seeing bleed chance, plus damage below 40%, minus healing received. Debatable. I think the Dark stack pretty well, so I'll grab these instead. Valor Marks we know are very much needed. Emeralds could stack pretty good, actually. And the Sensor... Maybe the Sensor's not really worth it. I don't feel like I enjoy Punishment's Hood that much. This Bocchini, you say you always kill the Roomba and the Hansi. The Furnace. I will go for the Furnace a lot, because putting blocks on their own allies makes me waste turns in some situations where I don't have a good way to break the block. But yeah, these Stress Casters are pretty annoying. I have okay stress shielding. It's not the best on this team. Yeah. I have a suspicion that this is not a good enough item to keep. Like, sure, it's good right now, but I'm sure it gets outclassed by a rare trinket pretty quickly. I'm gonna opt to stack gold a little bit better than what I could sell this for. Okay, so now that... You know what? I'm gonna keep the same turn order for a moment. Let's experiment more with the Shadow Fade version of this team. Because... Well, no, I kind of want to still play around with Mace Smash a little bit. This is an unscattered battle though, so I will keep it for the time being. But for the next few battles, maybe I'll play around with something else. Okay. So now the battles ahead are scouted. Let's try Flashing Daggers again, along with Mace Bash. You do X-Pick is it good for Aegis? Because it doesn't do any damage. I feel like it's not good for Aegis. Except for Zealous Accusation, I guess. It's decent against the block, but you are wasting a lot of damage on the block as well. You could be doing like 15 damage if they didn't have a block gun. Anyway. Okay, in this case I am pretty confident I'm just going to go for these backliners here. We're going to go for... We don't have a whole lot of reach for rank 4, so we are going to go for the mark here. I actually missed that, which is insane. Amber Blights and Shuffle. So from the back, he does Malignant Incense. I feel like buffing his own character guys is a little bit less threatening than stress casting on me. So he has increased 15% damage. That's the key one, is the damage. I don't really care so much about the speed and dodge. But yeah, I think Crusader really lacks a good turn 1 skill. They really didn't give any prep round skills except for Bulwark. It's really unfortunate. I might want to use my Honing Oil here, but no, not really. I think I should be able to... If I can get a little bit lucky here... Okay, that's a lot luckier than I expected, but it's okay. Should be able to kill this with an X-speeded hit. More stealth, yada yada. Clear corpses. Let's do this. Go for a stun here. Okay. Okay. Let's go for a kill on the buffed up one here. Ooh, not enough damage, unfortunately. Still no stun resist, though. Yeah, see, the stuns are very inconsistent, unfortunately.
Yes, strike true.
Oh, that actually... They actually do a lot of Blight. I forgot that the numbers are pretty much all doubled, even for Blight, so it's good to know. Who's that? We have a new sub from... Or new follow from Despacini. Thank you. Glad you're enjoying the content. I gotta fix my Streamlabs thing. Why is the chat box and all that not displaying? Huh. New follower and chat box are not displaying on stream. I guess it's been broken for a while. It's embarrassing. Get that fixed sometime.
The wound closes. The bones are mended.
Speed is 6, speed is 0. I think with the new dice roll mechanics on speed, there is a small chance I could go first Crusader.
I cut vein, a drop of venom. Death does not regard the method.
So this Pacini, you're saying I don't take his stuns, stuns are pretty unreliable in this game? Sure, not as reliable as the base game for sure. The probably is more useful. Unlike base game DD, this is more like a brawl rather than a speed rush. Yes, that's very much true. XP does damage on their turn. It does the damage on the end of their turn, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let's take the jewelry. We need the jewelry for some of the more important buildings. Do I care that much about bandages? I don't think so. There are some amber-blighted curios I know I can use the bandages for. The key seems a lot less useful, though, than the base game. I have seen it used in the curio that gives you like a random quirk. Should I care that much about it? It's between pitching the key or the sensor here. 20 gold, 15 gold. The sensor's more defensive. I guess I'll pitch the key. And let's swap this onto her before I forget again. Okay. How much longer do we have on these buffs? One battle? Okay, so we might look to camp after the next battle. We did not get like a single scout, unfortunately, from our actual scouting buffs. We got all the scouting from curios so far. I would like this amber. Amber seems like a pretty important resource. Probably spare 2 food here. So, if we were to take out the stun, let me think about it. If you're not taking the stun, you're probably taking Bulwark, I imagine. Which I'm not a huge fan of. Like, even without Bulwark, he's not been taking much, you know, damage here, apparently. But let's try it one more round here. Okay, so this time we're prepared with the Amberblight skill of Plague Doctor. Who do you want to mark then? Probably still this guy. Try to get you out of position here. Not quite out of position. It's okay, should be able to kill her next turn. I think he is in position to either target the front 2 ranks or the middle 2 ranks here.
Once the path is unclear, rely on each other.
He has 10 prot, 25 prot, 20 prot. I might as well make use of the honing oil now. Otherwise, there's a chance I might not kill here. Okay, good, just barely got there. The Blight's going to get a lot more value over time on the big man here. With Expedite. Oh, okay, that sucks. We have a guard, okay. Let's see if we can kill him with the XP and synergy attacks here. So this is exactly what we took Mace Bash. We're trying to play around with it here. Oh, that was, yeah, very weak because he's allowed prot at 40. So Zell's accusation here. He's already XP'd though, so we lose a lot of the value. If we Holy Smite here, okay. I guess that works. Let's see. Your Blight resist is pretty low. We have no synergy on Amber Blight except for Pig to the face. Just do that, because this lowers accuracy as well. I feel like I do want to take off Mace Bash just to clear the Horf with Divine Grace. If I am going to be lunging occasionally, then I can easily enable that skill. Otherwise, Mace Bash against these high prot enemies doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Plus Blight received. Let's see, does this make sense to use instead of just lunging? We get 33% damage for Smart? No, just do this. Stun chance is okay, now that we have the stun amulet. But Divine Comfort is also pretty good here. If we can land a stun, okay, perfect. Then we can use Divine Comfort next turn. Okay, well, that was a bit too big a hit, but it's okay.
Hulking mass means nothing to a fierce warrior.
This Pacini, you're saying the Grave Robber kind of stinks, wasn't able to make any teams, felt she shined personally. Okay, fair enough. She's a bit different from the base game. I feel like she didn't get worse from the base game at all, though. If anything, she got a little bit better. But I will say dance comps are seeming a bit worse to me. Yeah, a lot of the Grave Robber's power was being able to gank a Stress Caster in round 1 of the base game. You can still do that to an extent here because you can just use lunge on turn 2 before they really use any moves on you. I mean, I was never a huge fan of the Grave Robber in the base game. In this game, I just happened to pick one up. And she's doing alright for herself. But okay, I feel like we haven't had an ad in a while. Let me go run an ad real quick. Gotta take care of something. See you guys in 3 minutes here. BRB. Okay, and we're back. Billy the Wayman. Didn't expect to catch a stream with your time zone. Oh, okay. Well, glad my regular streaming hours work out for you. It does seem I occupy a slot in the Twitch Darkest Dungeons demographic where I maybe I catch a lot of viewers just because I stream at this particular time, which I'm thankful for. Okay, let's see. I think I should camp here. The buffs are out. I would like to get a scout after this room here. That'd be really nice. Get some stuff out of the inventory. We have not hit a hunger check so far, I think, which is good. We can keep that going by camping. Scorpio Seb, welcome as well.
Come dawn, we march.
Glad you could catch the stream today. All this scout as usual. Prey actually gets a little bit more value here because I have more stress to heal. It's not that much though. Accuracy works for Zealous Accusation here. This is why I tend to like to upgrade all the skills, by the way. It's because it gives me a lot more flexibility, and the skill upgrades aren't that expensive, honestly. It's like 300 for each one. I should have upgraded this. I can also get some accuracy here. Not that much value, though. Definitely gonna pilfer. Okay, it's very nice. And protection... Plague Doctor is kind of fragile, so protection would be nice on her. I kind of like finishing fights faster with Bless, though. We seem to be doing okay in protecting ourselves, so let's go and do this again. Or in fact, we can even do this on... No, she doesn't do damage, that wouldn't make sense. It's early in the morning. Did you figure out Laudanum's purpose? Yes, it is literally just the way Laudanum used to work in the base game. Just that the way I tried to use it last time didn't work. Like, I believe the last time I tried, I had Horror at the end of a fight. Then I was rewarded Laudanum at the end of the fight. I tried to right-click it just to clear something off immediately, but I couldn't do it. So it either could have been a bug or just something I just missed, but it does just clear Horror. So I will be bringing like a full stack of those to the Catacombs. Has to do with your chill MC style, the mic. Thank you, thank you. Let's see, I think I do need to rebuild the chat box here. The chat box is just not working at all for some reason. Let's delete that. Or just add a new one for now. Chat box. Where's the chat box? Okay, let's put the chat box in the corner here. You guys can say some stuff to test it out. New follower box. Wait. Oh, there it goes. Okay, it's working. What is the new follower box called, though? What the heck? Alert box. I think that's it. Okay. If somebody wants to follow here, pretty big ass, but we can test out the follower box. But let's go. First time chatter, Soul Rager QC. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Playing some first time Black Reliquary here. Hope you enjoy.
Against the light, our foes will fall.
I feel like this thing just doesn't take anything, right? I could try a bandage just to see. I'm like 99% sure it's not going to do anything, but yeah, okay. This is just a bare hand item. Okay, skills. This is still scouted. I think I'm okay with this. Actually, no. Let's get Divine Grace to clear Horror easier. Mace Bash is just really not impressive to me. Toolkits. let's try a few things here. Could spare shovel, an archaeology kit, assault. Okay, so we know this takes the key. I will try a shovel too. So it's pretty much just the key. I'm gonna see if I can find the key on the... Wait, they just took horror from nothing here? Kind of a bug, I'd say, but whatever. Yeah, let's go. Tried it last year, seems very nice, but feels like relearning 9% of the game. Yeah. I mean, when you're in a position like me, where I've been playing the base game for like over 1,500 hours, I just got off like a 6-month attempt at a challenge run. I feel like getting some fresh content here, so definitely not an issue for me. Let's clear some stress on the Plague Doctor here. You can also, what is this? Random quirk, I would say. I don't think this is removing a random quirk. Let's just get some stress heal. 15. No scout again. Kind of pissing me off here. I'm gonna take a peek in this hallway. It's a blockage, okay. Let's go this way. We do have unscouted battles here, so let's swap out the daggers for Shadow Fade here. Should be a bit more useful if we get shuffled. Okay. Perfectly good opportunity to use Shadow Fade here. Now, let's make a decision with Plague Doctor here then. Amber Blight, probably not even as good as just putting Nauseous Blast on one of these things, honestly. If I think about it, helps to prevent a corpse from being left, but then again I can't use that turn 1. So it's between Blinding Gas or Amber Blast. These never really get shuffled out of position. I don't even really want to shuffle this one. It's okay. Yeah, that's why I'm not really thinking it's worth it, especially because Blinding Gas is on a cooldown. I'm not really down to use it when we have like the gaggle in the back here. This is Amber Blighted, it's not expiated. Okay, let's take a look at this again. On non-killing attack, debuffs self 15% damage. On friendly targeted abilities, debuff self plus 15 damage received. It's not really that impressive for these guys, at least. I can Amber Blight this one though. Hey, I'm stealth, buddy. You can do that, I guess. I have no more honing oils, but didn't need it. Okay, cool. I was hoping to maybe stun it before it got a turn, but it's okay. It's dead. Good. Should be able to kill this with the Smite synergy, okay. And then a lunge here will do the trick.
The hourglass.
Alright, not the worst. Support would suffer greatly from this, from the increased damage taken. Yeah, I could see that. But those guys are not very tanky to begin with. Yeah, it would really make a big difference if it makes a difference between one-shotting or two-shotting like a support unit, but for those guys, I really didn't think it would make a difference. You know, I'm kind of tempted to use Archaeology Kit here, but I kind of just want to go for a Scout. I'm not sure if using the kit will maybe guarantee a Scout or do something other than a Scout. Okay, finally we got our first actual Scout, and we actually did get the Perfumer's Lab, so I did learn that we can use it to upgrade our axe. So we'll go ahead and do that. Giraffe has told me that this is the best, they think it's the best Perfumer trinket in the game, but we'll see. Excuse me, how do you do this? Okay, this is where I could use someone's help here. Like, how come I can't upgrade this? Is it because I'm not at a veteran mission or something, or what's the dealio here? Let me swap it out for inventory for a second. Oh. Okay, so I guessed right. God, how far does this thing go? So now we have 4% crits, 8 suffered damage. It's kind of nice. Yeah, pretty good. I'll take it. No spawn battles, that's nice. The rest of the battles ahead are scouted, so I think let's swap off Shadow Fate for Flashing Daggers in that case. Although, let's think about it though. Shadow Fate turn 1 gives me plus 55% damage and plus 5 crits. Flashing Daggers gives a mark, which gives Lunge plus 32% damage. Even then, it's like, Shadow Fate is still better than Flashing Daggers, I feel like. Blight and Bleed Received is not going to be that impactful when Plague Doctor... I don't know. If I had more Mark synergy, I think the Mark would make more sense. But as it is, it feels like Shadow Fate is just strictly better. On the prep run, at least. I have not tried the kit on here. Okay, don't care. Okay, we don't have the gaggle this time. Don't care. So this time Blinding Gas actually gets a lot more value without the gaggle. If someone also has access to like a Torchless mod for this game, that'd be greatly appreciated. Otherwise I'd probably have to create one myself or something. I'm surprised no one has one for this game yet. You know, I think I'd still rather go for the Tahaner here, just because we lack some back rank damage. And I can pick this off with Crusader. This would be a good way to get the block off here. I did test the base game Torchless mod, Despacini. What ended up happening was I used like Dazzling Light or something, or Judgment, and it reverted it back to the base game Judgment skill. So it appears to me for the most part, the way that they did Torchless mods for the base game was they just rewrote they copy-pasted the character's abilities, but just removed the Torchlight part, so it actually rewrites the skill to the base game. Just not an option, obviously. So I would have to actually modify those base game mods myself if I wanted to get it working, probably. Which I haven't done it before, haven't done any mods before. I could probably do it, but just take a little bit of time investment on my part. Let's see, this guy's dead by himself soon. Oh, perfect, okay.
Once the blood flows, the end has begun.
Speed is 6, speed is 0. It's already got the stun resist. We already have the XP debuffs, so I'll just go for a heal here.
One another is what sets us apart.
there yet. Okay, he's dead now. But after Plague Doctor takes another whack.
Body's weaknesses are exploited.
Another honing oil, cool. Could use that. Another scout, very much appreciated. So we do have Shadow Fade buffs for the next tile here, which is why I did that. And then path looks pretty clear for the rest of the dungeon. Is there an option to get some kind of auto snuff or torch? Yeah, you're right, that would be a good workaround. But, I feel like someone would have already implemented the Torchless mod in the base game if it was easy to do that. I don't know any dedicated BR ones, unfortunately. Yeah, because I don't think there is an easy way to snuff the torch automatically, because the way it works with Torchless mod, it's like, when you take a step, if you forget to snuff the torch in the first room, it's when you take a step, it can trigger snuffing the torch. Same with the Shrieker. For the Shrieker fight for Torchless mods, what they try to do is like snuff the torch after Shrieker uses one move, because you can't just snuff the torch like randomly, you know, you have to wait for some kind of trigger, it seems like. That's my observation, at least. Oh, that's the entire dungeon. Okay. Well, just stack up on loot then, I guess. I guess we'll do one more fight. Try to get some stress down on Grave Robbers, so maybe she doesn't need any stress healing. I'll try to use some trinkets here. Kit on this. I don't want to waste a kit on this. $300 gold. I might run into one with the Amber Blight Curios. So now she already has Shadow Fade up, so in this case I'll actually swap on Flashing Daggers. Yeah. Ah, fuck me. Two of these shits? Okay. My accuracy is only like 30% chance to hit. Wow. Okay. The only thing I can do really is this. And then just like this. Oh, you know what? I don't know what this guy's gonna do from rank 2, actually. Ah, it sucks. Too hard to stun these guys. I don't want to go for it. I do have increased damage versus Blighted with Grave Robber, though. So, Lunge does 14 to 31. Dagger does 12 to 6, 12 to yada yada. This one has increased damage. I could probably 2-tap this. But again, I don't think the damage is an issue, because this guy only really... The other thing is, if I lunge here, then he could just die to Blight, and I don't leave a corpse for him to revive. I think that's the better play. Yeah, okay, perfect. Exactly as planned. So this guy... Well, this guy did take his turn anyway, but if I had killed this guy and then left a corpse, then he could have taken his turn and revived it. But it worked out okay. We'll stun here, you expiate here maybe, and then... Well, we'll see. Accusation here is not gonna kill, but I don't want to kill it. Yeah, okay, unless I crit here, this won't leave a corpse. Okay, well that was the worst result. I think Plague Doctor should be able to take care of this one. Oh, okay. Suffer damage, OP. The item's already making a difference with the increased 8 damage suffer. Unfortunately, everybody's a bit too stressed now to avoid stress healing, so I'll just focus on the Vestal here. get her stress down, and then maybe she doesn't need stress healing. And everyone else kind of does. Oh, we have the flower thing. Wait. Ooh, a lot of stuff.
Performance for now. Keep it up.
Oh, it was the buff that allowed him to ignore stealth? Okay. It hardly ever comes up, but it did there. Dredge, uncommon. Move skill chance versus marked. That seems very underwhelming. 10% move chance conditional versus marked. Omni Pistol Blast, minus crit chance. Blast. Okay, so this item is entirely focused around pulling. Omni Pistol Blast hit, pull target 2. Okay, so the ability doesn't have pull, but you give it the ability to pull. It really reminds me of the Gaggle. He is kind of just like... Oh, I forgot I had the honing oil again. Whoops. Well, too late now. Do you have the optional characters enabled? No, I don't. I just went with the base for now, because there's already so much to kind of deal with new. I didn't think about that too hard, but no, I didn't really enable any extra built-in mods on this game. I do need the jewelries. Oh, actually, the mod talks I don't care about, I said already. Okay. Let's grab this. Oh, wait a second. I guess I actually needed bandages for that? Okay, I guess I forgot about that. I must have known at some point, because I've already used that curio twice successfully, unless there's a chance for it to fail, I don't know. So, I don't need a shovel, it's looking like. Don't really need the salts either. I could just give you the archaeology kit, but I think this could be of use. I have not seen what he gives me for the shovel. It's just more gold, okay. I think I'm more likely to use the shovel and the cleansing salts. But the ox could also have value. Yeah, you can enable them anytime. I like the crazy girl. Okay. You should redo tooltips as a grade text is a bit hidden from players. Like how cultist ambush prevention gives horror, which you can't cure. I mean, I did remember reading that, so it's not like I missed it because it was too small or anything. So, I don't want to use my only archaeology gift for this thing. Just to see what that does. Let's see. I can use my last shovel on this, possibly. Oh, didn't have to.
I am sure the previous owner will not mind.
There is an argument just to leave here, but I would really prefer these two not to get too stressed. But I am kind of low on gold, I remember, so... It's not like I have much room, though, actually. Let me see what the next curio is, I guess. This thing? Okay, well, maybe in that case we just leave then. Yeah, because our inventory's full here besides the food. Actually, yeah, we do have food. And then who knows, we have some curios we know here that we skipped. But I no longer have any supply items to use with them. You know, I think I'll just leave. Wait, actually maybe not. Nah, I'll just leave. Let's move things along in this campaign.
An example has been set today. No trespassers.
Wow. I was about to say, like, last mission in the treasury, I was like, whoa, we got, like, over 30,000 gold. We just casually got 30,000 gold in this regular-ass mission, too, so... Wow, the classic kleptomaniac Dismas again. Okay. Ritualist again. This must be, like, the 5th Virtualist quirk we've gotten. If they were their fighters, worth it, though. God damn. It's fighting the robots is profitable? Yeah.
As much as I usually
Treatment, medical order free, okay.
I am not so certain I would invite him
Refuses to
treat
step
me
out of
for
the
a few days.
limelight, okay. Refuses to leave the gambling hall, okay. Gained 8 lost tech. So we could look to do a boss this week, or veteran mission. Do have a nice cache of gold now. Oh, wait. What the heck? Demon's Cauldron? So, no longer is this stun. We give on friendly skill buff target. Okay, on friendly skill. That's literally only weird construction. Okay. And then on friendly skill, debuff target plus... What? You're kidding me. I'm spending a turn to give 15% damage and crits. Does that last? It doesn't say how many rounds that lasts. I guess it's not terrible, but at the same time, it's nowhere close to what it used to be. You can heal somebody and then give them a pretty hefty buff for the... Was it the rest of the fight? The Hunter's Talon. 4 crit against marked, 4 crit for minus 50% HP. Not bad. Yeah, if you're running a mark comp, I could see this being decent actually. Really bad. Same as the base game. Bleed resist if HP below 75. Debuff and mark resist. I couldn't care less, honestly. Let's see, who are my characters in level 3? We do have mark teams available to us if we want. Not really. We don't. Because people are stuck in the Abbey. It's probably not going to be a veteran quest this week, but let's see. We have plus armor piercing, debuff prot. That's insane just by itself already. And then the sec gives us plus accuracy and crit. Oh, for a combination of melee and range skills. Interesting. On AoEs, the debuff is only applied to the first damage target hit. How many AoE melee attacks are there, though? Lovingly Yours. Range skills. Okay, well... Somehow, it's already worse, because you have to use a combination of ranged and melee skills. Could be on someone like Highwayman or Grave Robber. But you have debuff and mark skill chance. Debuff minus... Okay, that's really whatever. Set's not bad. There's no downsides to this set. It's strictly upsides, but you do have to have a combination of range and melee to get full use out of it. And then we have accuracy against 11, removes the ability to be guarded, riposte, just straight up riposte at all times. And then you have riposte 15% damage here. It's not bad. I could see myself using it on like maybe like Man-at-Arms or someone, or like a tank character. Because you can... Yeah, could see it being good. Only riposte when you're hit. Riposte attacks when hit. That's not any different than usual, isn't it? It's not saying you gain riposte when you're hit, it's saying riposte attacks when you're hit, so it's the same as having riposte at all times. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. If you dodge, you don't get the riposte. Fair enough. I'm not expecting to dodge most of the time. Like, dodging is a good result, in it, like, by itself, so... It's like, sure, whatever. We could go for the troglodyte area here. The thing is, do I have the... I don't think I have the skills and weapons to do that yet. Allows upgrades to rank 4. Oh wait, so... Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay. I don't know if I need additional round of upgrades for rank level 3s. Probably not. I think the skills are lacking though. Yeah, I'm quite a ways a bit from the rank 3 mastery. So I'm guessing I get the Valor marks from the caverns though. Let's see. Valor marks are in the exposed interior. Okay, so Valor marks are in this area. But there are no medium quests here. It's never offered me a medium quest that I can recall. I am not really seeing many good mission offerings this time though, honestly. Let's take a look at the ferry. Profane. On start debuff party. Despises pious allies. 5% damage received. 10% stress received with non-pagan. Seems awful, as always. This does not matter for him. Contraband collector. Gains buffs for each contraband trinket equipped. +3 crit is pretty good. Quick draw does not matter at all. And turn start suffer HP damage. Clotter, not bad. Nervous bleeder. Move resist pretty bad on him. Pertinacious. Marked resist, okay. Not bad. Evasive, not bad. -8 speed. If any enemy is a corpse, it's actually bad because it's constant for the fight. Hysterical, it's whatever. I'm not getting many offerings for like decent guys, but I might just expand my roster space anyway. How much Valor marks can I get here? I could actually convert enough Valor, enough Matox for Valor marks to get the guild unlocked. So if I wanted to, I could go on a boss mission this week. But who do I actually have available to do that is the thing. I would have to play a team like this. This looks god-awful, so I think I will have to skip a veteran mission this week. So I would prefer to go on medium missions, but doesn't really seem like there's much option here. I do want to get the caverns and the exposed interior unlocked though. So what if I... yeah, the guaranteed Valor marks are nice. I guess we'll go for one of these. I don't think any of these trinkets are going to be... wait, 5% prot and then 20% prot below 40? Stressed, receive, prot. Okay, so... fortified plates... no, I don't think I would ever equip any of these trinkets based on what I have now. Range skills, damage, and crit. Okay, let's use this opportunity to level up some level 2 characters. We can put Plague Doctor in the Amber Den. Tetanus, whatever. She can cure her own. Wait, minus 15% crit is awful until I can camp though. Like, I always just buy the supply item that cures disease immediately, so it's kind of like, yeah, not worth it. Let's put Houndmaster here. I don't have a level 3 Hellion, it seems, which I wouldn't mind. Like a Giant Slaying Hellion against the boss seems like it'd be pretty good. Hattatron, I would like to utilize... Let's utilize a classic team I would take in the past. Like, you got Highwayman that can riposte in front of Houndmaster. You can enable both Cry Havoc and Blackjack. But I don't have a healer on this team. Maybe I have to grab the Cultist off the stagecoach here. With a fairy. Disease kits don't cure, they just stabilize? Okay, interesting. I thought they cured. Okay, let's expand our crew size, just so we can grab a healer this week.
The pagan god's power is not to be toyed with by those without
Let's check out
proper
the
constitution.
oddities here. We already have this. Don't care about this. Don't care about these. Not enough refined amber to get rid of any of the contraband, really. Let's definitely put the Plague Doctor over here. Free quirk removals, Ritualist. I mean, she's faithless, so... Necromania. I feel like this would be really bad, especially in the treasury. Don't cheat, don't care. Gambler's kind of bad. This is kind of bad. Where are my new guys? Hysterical, Necrophobe is pretty bad. Contraband Collector. Profane. How's my party looking for Profane? Debuffs, non-pagan, pagan. What? We actually literally just have an entire pagan team here without even trying? Okay. I guess I can utilize him for this week. Is that enough healing, though? Quite possibly for a short mission. I think it should be okay. We have some Mark synergy here. But not that much. It's a fairish amount. I don't really want to give up Hands from the Abyss. No, there's not really much Amber Blood synergy. Let's do this. And this is still fine. These are probably human enemies, so Bleed Out could make a lot of sense here. Yeah, I just learned that today. Despacini, after reading a little bit, I probably removed some good quirks without reading, thinking that I was locking them in already, but what I don't know is not going to hurt me. So how does this mechanic work? Exposed interior is home of the Wildlanders. The area has the highest quantity of Valor marks. Day and night quests can be checked by the quest icons, the quest names. Don't really know the mechanic yet, but I won't get that spoiled for me. Just see what it is. I think I already read that. Okay, when it's daytime, you can't get nighttime ambushed. That's what I remember. But what's the benefit of going at night then, I wonder? I'll have to see. But now that we have our team ready, we'll think about who we want to put in these areas. The Grave Robber, I mean, it is free to remove it, I guess. Although I won't be able to take her anywhere next week. And then, as far as removal goes, Gambler's kind of annoying. Amber Den not affected? Okay, whatever then. What the hell? I would like to utilize Shieldbreaker, so getting rid of Necrophobe could be nice. Pernicious is especially bad on him. I guess it's the equivalent of healing 1 less stress, it looks like. So many Ritualists, though. What the hell? Oh, actually, let's take a look at the level 3s first. Thieving Habits, Anemic, Sickly. Okay, Thieving Habits is pretty good to remove. Feeble is actually really bad, so let's get rid of that. It's already locked in as well. I'll put this in here for now. Diffident, Dud Hitter, Skeptic, Perfectionist, Hesitant. Okay, I think that's actually a good decision. Let's do that. Stress Healing, we can use Vestal to convert some lost tech here, and that should be good. Leper got Mini Cry Havoc. Oh yeah, just for himself. Yep, someone's grinding Amber Coke. Wait, what is the first one? Ramper into Refined Amber? I should probably do this too. What does this cost me though? I guess it's probably worth it, right? I have not really utilized the Amber Refinement place. I guess this is what you're referring to though. You know what? I do need this stuff, so yeah, let's go for it. They don't care about the stress recovery. And you are Faithless, so I'd rather have the Pagan Hellion with me this week. No one else needs a stress heal. Let's go for the upgrades now. I think I still want to hold off on the Furnace. This is reducing the cost by like 64. Like, who cares about saving 64 gold 3 times? I don't. Not for the time being. I'm just gonna get everything here. I am no longer poor. Stress relief, oddities, helm, amber workshop, Wayman, you're saying he heals a bit of stress from religious allies with Solemnity? Oh. I was not reading this. So, other religious heroes, -2 stress, self heals 5 stress, okay. So I don't know if having the minus 20% stress healing done is going to make a difference for that -2 stress. I don't know what the breakpoints are for rounding. I'm assuming it's still going to be 2 stress. But for himself, it's going to be -4 stress instead of 5 stress. It's not a big deal, I guess. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Anyway, what do I want to go for here? 4 or 5 plates, maybe? What am I most likely to use? Oh, hold on, I forgot about camp skills. That's the thing I was missing. Heal 30%, heal 30 stress, all companions, horror if religious. It's not relevant here, so... One second here. Okay, heal 30 stress for herself, and then I'm not playing quarter anyone, it's whatever. Commune, I already have release, I already have Hound's Watch, and my whole team is Pagan, so yeah, this could have some use. How likely am I to keep this guy, though? Honestly, I'm just gonna unlock everything. Just so I have the luxury of being flexible. I probably will need wound care when I don't have that many healers. Let's see. This time Bandit Sense does ignore stealth for 4 battles, while Houndmaster does minus surprise chance. I don't really care about the stealth, so we'll do like... I'll do something like this. Sure, we'll do that. We'll do that. And we'll do that. So scouting we'll put on the cultist because he doesn't care about crit the least. And then I still would like some stun chance on him. I think it's pretty good. Worked out last time. Melee skills. Let's see. Let's give her the cleaver, I suppose. And we can give her the profane scroll as well. But she does utilize melee the most out of anyone here, so could give Highwayman this. Actually, Mark skill chance is also decent on cultists here. We'll see. Ranged accuracy is good here. Accuracy and speed. Let's get some accuracy on the Highwayman. Be some dodge here. How's this looking? Charm or Rage seems like it'd be good. Probably better than this if I already have some accuracy here. Yeah. This looks good to me. Do I want the daylight quest when I don't have to worry about nighttime ambush? Well, the whole goal of this is to get enough Valor Marks to go on the Veteran quest next week for a boss fight, so let's play around that in mind. Seems that all these trinkets, the only one I'm even slightly considering equipping on someone is the Fortified Plate, so I'll just go with that. Pistol Shot, Scrape Shot, Duelist Advance, Open Vein, Hound's Rush. Is Mark really going to be worth it here? We already have someone marking round 1. But he has nothing better to do round 1, so I guess Target Whistle. Stab, Weird, Hex, Hands, Swan, Yop. If it bleeds and bleed out, should be okay. I am going to consider taking extra salts to use Revel during camp. I'm assuming there's no blight here. Take a few more bandages when we have a cultist as primary healer. Full stack here. Let's get 2 of these. 2 of these. I don't know how much armor they have here. 2 of these. 1 of these. 3 of these. Diseases. Don't think it's going to be an issue here. Well, if it is, we'll see. Well, we always have to deal with Vartaz enemies, like the skeletons, so I think Honing Oil will always get some use. These are so cheap, I'll just get 2 more of these 2. And then we have this thing that can clear Mark, Bleed, Blight, Horde, and debuffs. I might want to bring, like, maybe 1 or 2 of these to boss fights, I'm thinking. Anyway, let's go. Shred of Night can grant particular advantages to your foes. So not only does the Night give advantage to the enemy team, but Daylight also prevents nighttime ambush. It seems like that's 2 bonuses going for Daylight missions. So, I don't know. Night, there must be some thing to the night missions that makes them better. In some way.
Drumbeats sound off from deep
So,
into the ruins.
obviously I can't snuff a torch, which is convenient for my Torchless challenge. So I'm guessing probably if I go during daylight, the torch is always at full, which I have to consider when it comes to bringing Torchless trinkets. And hero party effects, I get more crits, I get more stress, I get Varta's spawn chance like usual. The monsters get stressed, they can start with stealth. Torch item effects, if I bring torches I can ignore stealth for a turn, but I'm not bringing torches because of Torchless. Hey, who's that there? We got Hideon BM. Thank you for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the content. Thank you for confirming as well that our alerts box is working again. I didn't have to go to Streamlabs to see who followed there. Actually move that box up a little bit. Make it a little bit smaller. Okay, cool. Maybe more battles, more loot. I'm not guessing more battles. Well, yes, more battles because of Varta's spawn chance. Actually, I don't know how the spawn chance for the Varta's battles works yet, because it could be that they just replace regular battles. I don't know if that actually spawns more battles in hallways than I would have otherwise.
Take up the spades. This is nothing to trouble ourselves over.
Okay. This thing I know gives me a pretty sizable damage buff. Let's get that onto Highwayman, because he has more potential actions with riposte is my logic here. I do have more salts than sensors, but I don't think sensors are as useful. I think salts give me a better damage buff, and sensor gives me something like a nice stress buff on top of it or something. Oh, I was completely wrong, okay. That's not really what I wanted to see, but that's fine. So next I'm going to go for the sensor buff on those guys. I think that's the damage. Salts gives prot, sensor gives damage. Yeah, could have guessed just from that interaction there. Hey, buddy. What do we got here? The man has been left to suffer. I see shackles here. I don't want to use up the shovels too easily because I feel like there might be more blockages. Let's try the key. Okay, that was pretty intuitive. See you, buddy. Have a nice life, I guess. He'll probably... My guess is he'll appear in my ferry next week. Okay, this time we shall go for a... Well, let's see. Does Grape Shot do damage? Yes, it does. So, because Highwayman is the only one that can really do damage on the prep round, I'm much more inclined to get some buffs on him here. Now we have plus damage for 4 battles. Very nice. Let's get a damage buff on Hellion, I guess, next. Oh, does that guy give me stress heal? Oh, okay. I missed it. Either I used it on the guy with no stress, or there was so little stress I didn't notice what he did. Well, now I know. It's the cost for knowledge. Now we've freed up a lot of inventory spaces here. The key is gone, the sensors are gone. We got a scout finally when it mattered. This is all battles, okay. This room is not necessary, so maybe we'll backtrack for that room. Ooh, what do we got here? Okay then. Bit of a knowledge check there. So, before we forget then, let's actually stick on Reject the Gods, because we're probably going to end up needing that. Because that just happened. But even if I afflict, I'm not that worried. There's probably only like, 4 battles in this mission. Gold Vartas. Let's remember to use our honing oils here. In fact, I'll probably just use it right away because I can use... Oh, I can't use Grape Shot Blast. Okay, I thought I could use Grapeshot Blast from rank 4, but I guess I'm wrong, which makes this team, like, significantly worse off the bat. I actually hit the... Well, somehow I actually hit that ability, but okay. I almost kind of want to Cry Havoc turn 1. Or just go for a kill here. 29% chance, that's way too low. -1 damage, you say? I didn't think there was much of a point in marking this guy. Or that guy. Oh, okay. That's... Fuck me. Fuck me.
Eases the pain and only goes so far.
He does a pretty sizable prot here. So we got it down to 28%, still a lot. I don't want to kill anything just yet. Maybe I'm more concerned about stress or HP than stress with this lineup, or with my team lineup. I don't have that many heals. I'm still gonna do this though. I don't know how many more battles there will be with enemies with prots, so I think I'm okay just using the honing oils now, while they have some guaranteed value. Oh. Looks like I'm not going to need it on Hellion now, though. Okay, not bad. Oh, should have used that Hellion.
There is much to do.
I don't know how much bleed I can expect in this region. I'll just use the bandage now, and this guaranteed value. Oh, you guys have an ad. Hold on, BRB in that case. Okay, and we're back. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I guess I'll stick them in this order. Maybe not Repose then. I pretty much always want a Grape Shot Blast round 1 is the thing, so Repose may not have a place on this team, honestly. If I want to keep a Cultist in a position where I can stun. Let me actually try swapping on the D-Stealth ability. Since we know that enemies can be stealth, let's see what happens. Oh, wait. This said that it was... Oh, Root Battle with Curio, okay. It's cool to see some new enemies, though. No prot anybody. We have... What is this? Wildlander with an amber icon next to it? If I had to guess, I'm getting amber from this enemy. I suppose we debuff here. That's why we took the skill. This guy has a massive cannon. Again, none of them have prots, so... Let's see. We can mark the big man. Now, let's get this. I guess it didn't matter. I should have actually used the Hex on her, because she can debuff her dodge. And this guy's dodge is much less, so... I did a bit of an oopsie there. But we'll learn. Okay, I see something that's going on here. Don't think I like what I see there, but... Sucks to have to waste a lot of damage here. This guy is a beast, though. His stun resist is manageable. If I stun here, does the thing still come down, I wonder? Let's see. Oh, doesn't matter. It's stun clears anyway. Unless... Oh, actually I bypassed the ability, it looks like. Unless this takes 2 turns to trigger, I doubt it. I think I just skipped past it.
No tree cannot be fed.
Ouch. Boo. Really awkward. Go.
Drives into the ground. Wars consist
Could have been worse, I guess.
Battles continue.
So that's pretty much it. We're done with the room battles. You can tell you're done with the quest when you can't camp at the end of the battle, by the way. If this was not the end of the quest, I could just click the campfire and camp. Okay. We're not going to need clear horror, most likely. I'm going to assume we don't need the oils. Do this. We don't need Matox, though. Okay. So, I could actually utilize Camp to just get stress down on everybody except for Heldian. I mean, she could clear her own, like, a hefty amount of stress, too, with Reject the Gods, but... Let's see, do I want to keep walking first? Yeah, I think so. Let's go and see what this room has to offer. I think I do want to potentially cure off this affliction, so let's give her the trap disarm chance. Hello, sir. You look like a normal human being. The researcher inquires about any relics I may have. He wants relics, eh? I don't want to give up my last archaeology kit. I really don't. Let's hold off for now. Ah, another one of these things, huh? Sun-bleached skull. There's a strange aura around this skull. What if we use the salts? Okay. There we go. Figured it out. Let's see. So I think this uses bandages. Pretty intuitive. Okay, that gives a buff. Don't care about that at this stage. Another shovel. Last shovel. Okay. Soup. Okay, now for the soup. Salt? No. Let me hold off on you, actually. Should I risk it here? No, just do this. Ah, so many of these guys. Defiled corpse? Don't know about you, sir. Let me see what this curio over here is first. Oh yeah, right, could be anti-venom. This thing I know. Let's camp now. I don't think I can cure off her affliction, though. It's okay.
Alone we will die. Together we will rise.
Ah. Boo. You know what? I should have... Okay, there is stealth enemies. I should have just used Bandit Sense. I should have equipped that. Forgot to consider it. So let's do some kind of ambush prevention. I actually have to map things out here now. So I can do 3, 5. No. Like 4, 8, and then 2. Wait. Melee skills. Clean guns would make more sense. If I am doing more battles, which they may pop up. I still have to fill up my loot here. Surprise chance is not an issue though, so what if I just do commune and then something like sharpened sphere or battle trance, if she'll let me. Okay. a bit of battle buff curios. It really makes sense that that'd be a battle-rich region. It could just be luck. If I had to guess, I'd say all the regions probably have the same amount of battles, if I'm being honest. Okay, thanks, mates. Minus food consumed, minus healing when eating. Okay, whatever. Ah, fuck me. Okay, what do you give me if I just touch you with my bare hands? Oh, that's not bad either. What if I touch you with my bare hands? Oh, okay. The price of knowledge. Yeah, I think that the treasury does have the most potential fights just because of the curios, but again, I don't think that the rate of hallway battles and room battles is necessarily higher. Let's see if we can't loot an anti-venom somewhere, because I think you might be right about the soup there. It would make sense to use an anti-venom. I may give you my archaeology kit just because I have no idea what you want. Don't have a key for you. Okay. These skills still seem okay. Let's get the battle done first. This is like the Hellions people, it seems like. I'm guessing the Reavers like the grunts, which I don't really care about. Prot and damage, okay. It's dead. Speed of 8. Okay, dead. Stress heal.
Once the blood flows, the end has begun.
Okay. Her stress is kind of manageable now. Got another salt, which is nice. 8 Valor Marks is also insane. That's like how much we've gotten for the quest reward to begin with. Okay, what to do with you then? Okay, so that's also stress heal. If you're saying the key was stress heal and that's stress heal, then okay. We have no more curios to use the archaeology kits for, so... Okay, so... What do you want, sir? What the hell do you want? You want a biscuit? What about my cleaver? No? Oh yeah, I just thought about that, Willy. I just tried that. Let me try another trinket that's not that. Okay. Interesting, so... Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what you want. Well... Oh, the Valor Marks. Okay. For Lost Tech. Fair enough. That's seems like a pretty good trade to me. It looks like I didn't need the hint Despazzini. Thanks though. Okay, well, we just have the one curio left. Let's go and touch it with our bare ass hands. Who has the most resists? 50, 10, 70, 30, 40, 40, 45, 0. I guess I care mostly about disease, right? So let's touch it with you, even though Hellion might yell at you for this. Hey, I specifically took you for disease. Wait. Everyone else got diseased, okay. Boy, these are some bad diseases. Looks like that wasn't worth it. Okay. I think I would feel a little better about this mission if it could spawn like one last battle for some loot in that case. Like everyone wants to get in the soup, huh? Just like you're having the taste, like we gotta get some of that too. Okay, same as in the base game, whenever you want to spawn the battle, shit just doesn't come up. Probably do this like 30 times when it should be like a 1 in 6 chance. Okay, whatever, man. If you're gonna be like that, I'll just disarm these traps, I guess. Disease kit's useful? I don't know. If you're saying they can't cure disease, then I don't even know, honestly. Maybe I could bring a disease kit just to see if it's gonna, you know, work on the soup. Hagiomania was really bad in the base game. Lost Legion related curios. Who are the Lost Legion again? Is that must be the Vartas guys, right? Wait. Have I seen the Lost Legion yet? I don't know. Are these guys the Lost Legion? I don't think so. Eagle Eye is absolutely useless. I actually have to cure that offer, it seems like.
Secure the treasure, settle in, and sharpen your blades.
Still refuses to step out, okay. Gamble to one of Trinket Holy Orders. Let's take a look at that in a second. Stress healing received is nice. Gained 7 lost tech. Finally, I gained lost tech. Oh wait, no, this is just guaranteed because of the refinery. Okay, let's see what we won here. Wow, we got an orange trinket just randomly from the tavern. Let's see if it's any better than the base game. On monster kill, buff self, melee skills plus 10%, 4% crit for 2 battles? Wait a second, what? A monster kill debuff self for plus 10 stress received? Honestly, worth it. Oh, on monster kill self plus 4 stress? Okay. 2 battle? This seems insane, honestly. Like, the stress is whatever. He can stress heal himself. It's not even like I'm getting minus stress heal received. Plus 10 stress received is like nothing. No, this seems insane. On like one fight, you can stack like... You can stack multiple instances of this, right? You could stack like up to... No, there's no way you could be able to. You could get like 40% damage, 16% crit from one battle. And over 2 battles, you can double that? You can infinitely stack this? Why does this seem like insanely OP to me? This seems like the most insane trinket I've seen in this game by far. Wow, I'm excited. I'm actually excited now. That's pretty lucky. I do have a pretty good selection of level 3 enemies now. Or level 3 heroes. You can also upgrade the training hall if I just convert some Mataks. It's not a big deal. So if I want to, I could definitely go on a Mark Synergy boss hunt. I still kind of want the focus ring just to see. I don't know. Again, my assessment since the last time I saw this, it's 15% accuracy on the prep round and pretty much just 5 accuracy for every single round after that. Doesn't seem that good. Is this still for Plague Doctor? Melee skills, yeah, it seems pretty much the exact same thing as the base game, except you're getting a plus stress received. Downside on that. What are you looking at here? Judicator, very rare. So we're getting like very rare trinket offerings for just... Oh, it is a long quest. Normally in the base game and the long quest for veteran, it'd just be a blue trinket, but let's see. Unfriendly skill, gain quirk, amber symbiosis. So if you use this for one mission, you're pretty much guaranteed to get this quirk. Unfriendly skill, buff target plus accuracy if they... Oh, okay. You give the quirk amber symbiosis to a friendly guy. So you could actually stack up synergy very nicely if it's plus accuracy. Unfriendly skill, debuff target minus... Oh, but then you're debuffing... You're guaranteed to debuff their debuff resistance and mark resistance if they have amber symbiosis. It really depends on what amber symbiosis does, I guess, besides these synergies for the trinket. If amber symbiosis is like half decent of a quirk to have, then this could be worth it, but otherwise, not really excited about plus 5 accuracy and plus the guaranteed debuffs. Similar trinket I can buy for... That's comparable to the Holy Orders, you're saying? Or the Amber Symbiosis trinket. Okay, we have some decent offerings here now. Moonring. Excited to see that. Let's see. Plus stress healing received. Plus healing received. Okay, what the hell am I seeing? This is not my Moonring. That ain't Moonring. I'll tell you that much. 5% crit. This is no longer a Torchless trinket either. On Reckless Rage, buff self 25% damage. Okay. When enraged by Reckless Rage, on non-killing attacks, self plus 4 stress. Okay. Could be usable. It's not... It's half decent. You just have to use Reckless Rage turn 1, which is not that bad, because Yawp is not that exciting, honestly, on the prep round. So I could consider buying this. Then we have plus 35 Virtue chance, 8% crit at Virtue, plus 25 stress received. Not excited about that. At the base chance, so it's similar in the base game where you get a 50% chance to Virtue with this equipped. Yeah, 50% chance, and then the only upside really is you get more crit chance at Virtue, but the plus 25% received is... I don't like that. It just speeds up the rate of Virtue farming, which you don't really need to speed that up to begin with. You could just always just purposely pass turn if you wanted to. Okay, the Guardian Shield is a little bit more versatile now. It's not locked to rank 4. You get guard duration, so that should be 1 extra turn of guard, minus crit chance received, minus damage, minus dodge. Okay, these are pretty hefty downsides though. It's purely a defensive item. You're giving up offense for this. Don't need a second Moon Crown. I've already seen what this thing does. Oh, I'm on the contraband menu anyway. Let's see what Judicator does. Judicator. So, on monster kill after combat, gain 1 soul each. 10% chance, limited to 3 per quest. On Glassworks, buff target and self, plus 3 speed, plus 8 actually of Faithless. On Calcified Condemnation, buff self plus 6 speed, plus 16 accuracy of Faithless. I already have an idea what leeches do. It seems could be decent. I don't know enough about Judicator yet. I haven't used them really. There's another one at the top. It doesn't seem like you get more than 1 for everybody. What about Crusader? Crusader gets plus resists on monster kill, cure horror. On being hit, equip the a banner. This 6 item is insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Contraband plus 50% damage versus human is already very good. A monster kill after combat. Gain 2 bounties. This is for bounty hunter only. I don't... Okay, I mean, I guess I might as well take a look at the bounties. It's just gold? Okay. If it's 100, about 100 stacks for 200 each, that goes to like 20,000 gold, which is comparable to the coins from Reliquary, I've already said. The 5th? Okay, come on, man. Unfriendly still, target gains symptom ghoul fever. Unfriendly skill, target has untreated ghoul fever or ghoul plague. Why does it have to specify untreated? That I don't understand. Buff target, 8 accuracy, 10% damage for 2 turns. Okay, I see. 2 turns is not quite so as OP as 2 battles, obviously, but I can still see it being good. Anyway, that's all the time we have for now, guys. So thanks for tuning in, especially to you new viewers here, like Despacini, I think Villy the Wayman, Hideo BM. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll be on a couple times a week for a couple hours at a time. But yeah. Farewell, Samson. Let's see if we can raid out here. I actually forgot to raid last time. I hit the raid, like I hit the command to raid, but I didn't actually hit the raid button, so that was kind of embarrassing. Let's see, we don't have any English speaking. Huh. No English speaking streamers, but that's okay. I guess we have one. Sure, we'll just raid this guy. Alright, peace out, guys. Later, Despacini. See you guys next time. Raiding out.